Alright, what's up, Total Wars here, fans? Today we have a back to Rome 2. We've not had a Rome 2 battle in forever. I mean, I think it's been well over a month, I know for sure. So we're getting back to our Rome 2 roots. We're starting here with a battle that I've actually never seen before. It was sent in by a viewer, the Darkin, which I believe is currently playing as Seleucid in this one. So yeah, thanks to him for sending that replay in. I'm going to go ahead and hit the pause on this so we can get around to the army setups. It's a 4v4, just from what I was looking at here. We've got Araverni for the #1 attacker. He's coming by himself out here on this kind of hard spot to attack. I think this is Dominium, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, this is kind of a hard stretch to take just because of how many choke points there can be. But if you get in, you can break a hole and you can go straight for that VP. But yeah, that's really hard to do. So to execute it from this side is really hard. So kudos to this guy for giving it a try. We got Celtic Warriors going to be leading the charge here. We've got at least two of those. I see three now. Oh, two. Plus a naked warrior. We've got two chosen swordsmen, five chosen swordsmen actually, two Levy Freemen, and two Oathsworn. I imagine there's going to be some Gallic hunters as well as more army somewhere right back here. Also, there's some shrubs here that they could be hiding in, or maybe even over here. So I imagine that's where the rest of that army will be. We'll see as the battle progresses. Here for Epirus, we do have some more here. We've got mercenary Italian swordsmen, mercenary Italian spearmen, two swordsmen. Those are backed up by some levies. Another Italian swordsman. Italian spearmen, another Illyrian levy, Royal Peltas, hoplites, mercenary Cretans, archers, a moving Greek ballista. That's interesting. Okay, that cost a fortune, so we'll see if that gets blown up by wall artillery, like they most often do, or if that will actually get something done in the battle here. And then a Hellenic Royal Cavalry, obviously, for the general. And over here we also have Tylus here. Oh wait, is this Tylus? No, this is Armenia. Why did I say Tylus? Maybe. Yeah. Okay, we got Armenia. Kartali Axemen. It's just gonna be taking up that whatever that is, battering ram. We've also got an Easter ballista. Kartali Axemen look like they're gonna be leading the charge here with the siege towers, but we do have some noble spearmen thrown in there as well. More Kartali Axemen, Hillmen, Eastern spearmen, Axemen, and Axemen bringing up the rear here, followed by some elite Persian archers. Those guys are awesome. Absolutely love that. Then some royal cataphracts here. Next, and lastly, for the attackers, we're going to be having Seleucid. Let's see. He's got light Persian, light archers, followed by two javelin men. I'm assuming this is 124 rules, but we do have two extra archers over here for Seleucid. Persian light archers, two more of those, and then two javelin men. So it could have been like a 124 plus two, or maybe this guy's a cheater. Either way, we got Eastern Spearmen here, Levy Pikemen, and two Levy Pikemen actually. Those are going to be leading the charge, and because they're so cheap, I don't really blame this. But they're still pikes, and you don't really want to throw them out because they can be really useful at the choke point. So I don't know how I feel about putting those up in the front there. We got some more Persian hoplites going to lead the charge here. Three of those on siege towers, then a thorax swords, and then some Eastern spearmen on the far left, and another moving ballista. This is an Ongar here. Wow, that thing cost a small fortune, and there's no artillery over here to take it out. So this one might do some damage late game. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one. We also have a second one of those. So from what I'm seeing from this Seleucid, I'm going to go ahead and assume that he's a cheater. But we don't know for sure. We don't know what the exact battle rules were for this battle. So then we got some Royal Peltas up here and some Shield Bearers. And then once again, imagining there's going to be some more army somewhere in here. Then for the defenders here, we're going to have Tylus. This is where I was getting Tylus apparently. Tribal Warriors, at least five of those up front. Two Celtic Warriors over there, three Celtic Warriors over there on the right. Backed by two more Tribal Warriors, as well as some Mercenary Thracians. We've got some Celtic slingers in there as well, then some Oathsworn, and those Thracian warriors. Those all appear to have a level 1 chevron on them. He does not appear to have anything in the Citadel. Then we're going to move to Dacia, who's going to be guarding Armenia in this game. Should be a pretty unevenly matched round, considering Dacia, the sword versus the axe and everything. I'm going to go ahead and call Dacia that wins by a huge margin on this one, but I guess I don't really know. So we got some spears there, the Falksmen, the Dacian heavy bowmen. Those are a classic when it comes to the Dacians. Followed by some noble swords. We've also got more Falksmen, so 3 Falksmen up front. 4 Falksmen up front, okay. 2 noble swords in the back there. We got some Dacian heavy bowmen, 3 more of those. Head up by 2 more Flaxmen, and then 2 noble swords, and once again, nothing going to be in the Citadel here. For Seleucid and our good friend that sent in the replay, thank you very much for sending that in. We've got Persian light archers for all 4 of his archer corps, followed by some Eastern spearmen. Here we've got Ajima cavalry, 4 hillmen, 3 more hillmen, 7 hillmen. Wow. And then 2 Persian hoplites. One of those has a chevron on it. Then we'll have some silver shield swordsmen. Then, what's the general here? Ajima cavalry, already went over that one. And then 3 more heavy swords here, silver shield swords all across there in the Citadel. Lastly, we're going to have Bactria here. This one's going to be a tight race. Between Bactria and Areverne, it's a pretty evenly matched, but I say Araverne's probably going to win because of the Oathsworn. And if I'm right, Bactria can't bring anything better than a thorax. So I'm going to go ahead and say probably Areverne on this one, but we got some elephants, and these guys can turn a tide. Indian armored elephants up front there, right at the gate and ready to jump out at them. Like the aggressive stance. We got a Bactrian Royal Guard there for the front. We got a Ballista on the wall. Mercenary Syrian archers. Looks like we've got 3 of those, and a light Peltas, followed by 2 Thurios spears and 3 thorax. And then we've got Bactrian hillmen, 2 of those. Why they're in reserve, I'm not quite sure, but one of those has a chevron. And then 2 pikemen, and another Bactrian hillman, and that might be a mistake that he kept those in reserve against the thorax, but we'll see as this goes on. So let's go ahead and unpause this, and let's get into it. I should have put it in slow motion while I'm going over the armies. I don't know. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see if these elephants... I imagine these elephants are going to charge out like as soon as they take up the siege towers. That's pretty normal procedure for an elephant sally. But with the support that they have up here, I wonder if it's kind of dumb because of the amount of javelins they have. Because like Levy Freeman, the Celtic warriors, the chosen swords, everything over here has javelins. As a matter of fact, a better country to go against probably would have been Armenia. Get those Kartali axemen while they're on that thing, because they're on there by themselves. Get that cavalry that has no javelin or arrow of any sort. I think the spears don't have any javelins. The hillmen do have javelins, so you got to watch out for that. But yeah, that would almost be a better setup to sally against. But yeah, he's going to try it here, and I don't know. Does he leave? Looks like he's actually going to pull back. Maybe that's a glitch. Wait for it. Yeah, he's going to pull back due to that taking fire from over here. Okay, he's actually taking fire from the siege tower scorpions that are right up in there. And we got Levy Freeman and a Celtic warrior coming on the flank here. He's not set up in a very good position for like defending the streets and everything, the choke points. He's kind of just clumped over here. If artillery shells, actually, if I'm Areverne, I know you can't see this, but Areverne, one good place shot there would have done a huge amount of damage. So yeah, we'll see how that goes out. Over here, we got Seleucid moving up. Okay, Seleucid taking pretty heavy casualties actually here. This Levy pikeman taking a lot. Are these scorpion towers? No, they're just arrow towers. Okay. Okay, we got a Royal Peltas. I think I mentioned him in reserve. We got those Angars. Okay. And then back over here, nobody's really breaching the walls. Let's go ahead and speed this up to 2 times speed. We do have some archers moving up here. The elite Persians, they're going to go ahead and try to attack those eastern spearmen. We're going to start taking casualties really quickly. And then we're going to move around here. And you can see Epirus is now about to breach the walls. Oh, artillery shells. I wanted to see how this artillery went out. They dropped the equipment, but I'm pretty sure the equipment is cooked anyway. They should have moved it back into the trees maybe to make that shot harder, or maybe placed it behind some siege towers. But yeah, because that's not going to end well for them. Those artillery pieces are cooked. Unless they could silence this ballista, which they might do. They're about to land on the wall. Silencing that ballista could be pretty effective. Get another shot off here. And could at least save one of them. Okay, they're going to roll into the archers. Okay. Back over here, Araverni's about to reach the walls. The elephants are going to withdraw, but they're not clear back to the citadel. They're going to stay in this, in the wall defense. They did take some HP there from those siege towers, but yeah. Then we got a thorax, no, a silver shield up here on the wall defense against Levy Freeman and Celtic Warriors. That's a pretty unmatched battle, but I guess he's just defending that tower, obviously, but lending such a good unit when he's got kind of his own battle going on over here that he's going to have to face. The first wall is broken. Levy, or the Hillmen, were up a little close. Looks like they took a few casualties there. That Spearman as well has been routed by those archers. 98 kills on that archer corps already, and now they're kind of wasting ammunition trying to shoot in there, but they are hitting those Falksmen, I guess. That's a pretty good shot. It's a front shot, I know, but those armor, what is the armor on these guys? 10? Yeah, you're not wasting too much ammo shooting them from the front. But we do have some Dacian heavies moving up, going to try to counter that archer threat, as well as some Hillmen moving in there with some Eastern Spearmen. And then back across the city, fighting on their own, really. No support for either of these guys. Seleucid is officially going to make landfall here. Due to the cost of those Ongars, they have a lot cheaper army. Because of that, I think Tylus wins this because they have a more balanced army. The tribal warriors are going to be going against much cheaper, lighter units, but they do still have to deal with those two heavy Ongars, which can be really, really effective if you start clumping. So you really got to watch out for that. Other than that, I think I like the approach here of going with the wall defense, not getting back into the streets where you can start clumping up, but staying tight against that one defense you do get against those Ongars, and really going to keep yourself safe there. So I think he's doing the right thing here with this wall defense, but we'll see how it plays out. Also, Seleucid going with the Ongars over more elite units. That's a risky move, but I think it could pay off if he could get Tylus to clump up and get huge kills with those Ongars. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't think it will. Tylus seems to be pretty experienced and keeping the battle up the walls, where he's going to do best. And Seleucid seems to be pretty rookie, considering he's bringing ladders when he has the option at siege towers. That's always not great. I mean, he brought a battering ram, and if I had to guess from how he's been, he's going to rush the gate and take the oil. And he's just going to lose a ton of guys. It's just a waste. So I'm going to say he's a pretty rookie, and he's using archers to move up his thing. These archers cannot be out of ammunition. They have swords drawn, but they have 0 kills. There's almost no way these guys are out of ammunition. And yeah, that's pretty sad. But other than that, on a brighter note, Armenia has reached the walls. And they're not doing too great, actually. Dacia has held them pretty tight like I expected they would. Archer fire pouring in there. It's going to be the biggest threat, I think, to Dacia due to that low armor. The Noble Swords is really their only hope, since it's front shots on those, but those Dacian heavies going to counter that archer problem pretty quickly. But they're taking heavy casualties here, actually, probably because they're outnumbered 2-1. But still, these guys are taking pretty heavy casualties, 50 kills. Also, they're pretty clumped in that street there. Epirus here breached the walls. They're inside full force now. We got Persian hoplites mixing in with them Hillmans to fight on those mercenary Italians. And then we got some Illyrian levies in the back there. Maybe find some javelin support into that mix. This crowd here, if you still have this artillery, which you do, 2 artillery pieces did survive. So Epirus does have a chance here because of the clumping. I mean, look at the clumping coming on here by Seleucid. Take some shots at that. Come in here and shotgun, really. I mean, I know shotgunning's against the rules. People don't like that. It's not the best thing to do. It's not nice, and it's not right, technically, by Rome2 standards. But, if it's allowed in this match, I would come shotgun this patch. Or, I guess, hold that artillery for when you know you're going to have to breach that citadel, because this Dominium is a very heavy citadel city. I feel like every time you play this, there's a guarantee that you go to the citadel. So save it for that. Shotgun there, or do some long range killing if you're not going to cheat or if it's against the rules there. Some fire coming in here as Aravernes breach the walls. They're losing pretty quickly despite only having to fight Hillmen here. And the Hillmen have been moved from the Citadel and replacing the whatever was over here, Thurio Spears and Thorax. Like I mentioned, the Gallic Hunters did come out of the woods here, and it seems like a lot more Chosen Swords came out as well, because I'm feeling like I've got a lot of those. At least 4 Gallic Hunters I can see right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 at least. Obviously more could come up, but I doubt it, assuming this was 124 rules. So then we'll go over here. The Persian Hoplites and the Hillmen are losing pretty quickly to those mercenary Italians, who have racked up an astounding 170 kills. Really good for those guys. And this unit over here with 87 on Illyrian levies. So this guy really knows how to play that. And then 17 kills coming up with the archers. So he's putting some archer support into those lighter units. I like that because your heavier units aren't going to do too much, or your archers aren't going to do too much against these heavier silver shields. They can get some HP, but the kill count's not going to be too high, so pad your kill count with those light units. I like that. And now Armenia breached the first defense. Looks like they have taken this arrow tower. It's officially in enemy hands, and the first corner of the city has fallen. The Dacians really just no answer for this. They've lost quite a few units and men. These Falksmen, 0 kills, almost half the units gone. Only 94 men left. And then we've got some more Falksmen over here trying to do a little defense there. Taking some fire over the wall there. And in the back, man, that's bad positioning there. But these Noble Swords going to hold that pretty tight. Maybe cycle charge there with the Falksmen just to get these guys, because they're active, get them a little rest, get the charge bonus from those Falksmen, and get out. Whoa, the attack here. Okay, I was going to say, I thought these were bodies here at first. They are not. That's just ruined tents. They just dropped the battering ram and they moved around. The artillery, 14 kills, I believe is probably out of ammunition. It is. It broke the hole right there in the wall. And Armenia is actually entirely inside. This is all they've got left, people. Right here at the wall, this is all they've got. They... Excuse me. They can't field anything else. That is it for them. And Dacia is doing pretty good of running over them. So yeah, Dacia is doing a really good job of holding Armenia here. So, back over here, Epirus got a nice little archer angle here from these mercenary Cretans. They're trying to take on, I believe, this Hillman front here, but they're taking fire from, we got some Persian lights contesting them here. Only 1 kill, though, because of that angle. They've got to go over the wall, which isn't great. But yeah, nice job by Seleucid to try to contend that. And also good job by Epirus to try to get that angle. Here we've got some Celtic warriors. They went down pretty quick to a Thorax, it looks like. 89 kills almost instantly on that. And then we've got these silver shields still holding their own. Or not holding their own, they're not even fighting. But they're just keeping those Levy Freemen and those Celtic warriors off the walls. Now the Celtic warriors did land, but the Levy Freemen are still there waiting their time. Now, the Gallic Hunter's going to open fire on some Syrian heavies who completely forgot they existed. They're taking some fire as well. Some Celtic warriors now going to get some shots on that. They better get out of there fast. That is going to be a huge kill zone if Bactria lets this keep going. So they need to pull out of there pretty quickly. And then you'll see also we've got some Chosen Swords on the wall. They're going to be contending with those Bactrian Hillmen who now have 111 kills, which is really good for that cheap unit. 110 on this Thorax as it's now contesting with its own Chosen Sword. And we do have archers in support there, as long as some peltasts. We also got those Thurio spears in the back, going to be aiding it in. We got a Bactrian Hillman go out there with 29 kills. And don't forget, we still have those Indian elephants in reserve. Those guys pack a punch, and they can come in late game. 143 on this Thorax, going to come down. Only a few losses, so doing really well there. Tylus here, on a different note, has kind of lost the wall, or they've given it up right there, but they are getting to contend with some pike stack. That is always fun. For those of you who know Rome 2 very well, that is not fun at all. That is horrible. Pike stack is the worst. But yeah, considering they're levy pikemen, it's forgivable. I don't know why we don't get a charge here from the flank in the... Here we go. Yes. We do get a charge there, and will we see it from this side as well? Just completely envelop that thing and just destroy it. It's mainly archers in there. Seleucid, tons of archers still outside the walls. We still got those Ungers. I would say this one's pretty much over. Seleucid has lost this one pretty bitterly. If you got any cavalry, do they have any cavalry over here? They don't. Okay, so those Ungers and archers could still hold out and tie down the main Talesian force for a little while, but eventually you're going to send some cavalry out, maybe Bactrian cavalry, or maybe some Eparesian cavalry, because they got a Gema cavalry there for the Gema cavalry for Epirus. Just come out, wipe out these lighter units back over here. Just get rid of those. And yeah, clean that up. And then you can bring Tylus over here. You can either wipe out the rest of Armenia and bring both armies back around to help with Epirus and Ariverne, or you can just go straight to Ariverne or straight to Epirus, whatever you need to do there, or reinforce all three and just make it a little bit more even. The balance of power bar is shifted majorly into the favor of the defenders here, and you see, let's see, we got these Persian hoplites, only 4 kills. They're holding off a mercenary Italian with about 79. 5 kills on an Italian spearman here. It's fighting a Persian hoplite with 154. Wow, high kill counts here. With the low tier units, 63, 89 on these two, and then 96 and 136. So it's been quite a duel over here. The elites are about to come in though, because these cheaper units are dying off. And the hoplites, the royal peltasts, are about to join the fray. It's going to be interesting there because Seleucid still has a few of these left. Now, Epirus does as well, but Epirus doesn't have any in reserve like Seleucid does. So Seleucid, I think, will have the upper hand here, but he is going to rush one of his elites in now against this Italian spearman. So his elites are going to have some hit point damage. They're also going to be a little bit tired from the fight. And they're not going to be quite as effective against Epirus's elites. So that's going to be a close fight. Also, one of the elites from Seleucid has been fighting Levi Freeman. Well, it gets him a good kill count, 205. They've taken a lot of damage from archers, a lot of hit points, and they've taken a lot of casualties as well. These mercenary Syrians, not doing too good, but they're going to try to fight those Gallic hunters outside there. We also got a pikeman down at the base there ready to aid in case those Seleucidians crack, which they shouldn't. I think they'll do pretty good. Can they come over here? Yeah, then they can wall climb, come down, and come in behind the Eparesian force. Once they've killed off those Levi Freemen here, it looks like Ariverne's pretty close here. I would say Ariverne's lost, but it's still a pretty close fight. You can see they broke the gates. They charged in there with some Oathsworn. 127 on those Oathsworn for very few casualties. Good job on that. Thurio Spear charged in there, 64 kills, and then we've got another one there with 8 kills coming behind. You can see the elites now from Seleucid maybe moving over there to aid with that. Just end that fight quickly. And then over here again, you'll see Dacia gonna sally against some Cartali Axemen with the Falksmen. We've got 2 units of Falksmen chasing down 1 unit here. Looks like they're gonna try to intercept the charge with these Eastern Ballista men, and then they're gonna come back with the Cartalis. No, they're gonna charge with the Cartalis, and then they're gonna just reinforce with those ballista crews. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I feel like the Falksmen are going to lose just through the armor of the Cartali Axemen, but I guess I never know. You never know. The impetus, I think that's, I don't know. The charge bonus from the Falksmen may win the fight, but I don't think so here. And you can see that first Falksman already dead. And then that Cartali Axeman still holding, going to get quite a few kills now, 99, and then it's going to have to take that second Falksman, as well as now reinforcements coming, Noble Spearmen and Cartalis, but the Dacian Heavies and the Noble Swords are now going to follow them out. This is going to be the end of Armenia, with only 3 units left. Now we appear to have Seleucid just charging their entire army in. The remaining archers and ballista crews just going to come straight in. They're going to get that choke point at the gate. It's going to be absolute slaughter because Tylus has got a complete kill box on that one. We've got a Royal Peltas making a stand. 81 kills, so it's done pretty well. But I don't even think, like, the elites from Tylus, got an Oathsworn here, got Tribal Warriors here. They haven't really engaged. Like, this Oathsworn, Sorry about my cough, guys. I'm a little sick lately. This Oathsworn hasn't even engaged, and yeah, that brand new Oathsworn going to come out. That can turn the tide in any battle, and with these ones being as close as they are, that's really going to shift the focus of the battle. If it was still indecisive, that one Oathsworn could change it. But I think the defenders have got this here. Two attacking armies down. Only all 4 defenders actually are left. So I would say the defenders get this one pretty quickly here. 6 minutes left on the timer for this one, so I would say it's a pretty quick wrap up. In the defender's favor. Now, the Silver Shield Swordsman. It's a tongue twister. Try to say that one 10 times fast. 71 men left. It looks like they're going to retake that tower. They could either go for those Gallic Hunters that just came in with 90 kills, and they have ammunition. They still have ammunition. So, you can go for them, or you can come back around here, can try to get behind these Gallic or these Aravernians, or you can come around here and try to aid yourself against the Eparisians. Either way, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. As like I said, this one's pretty much decided at this point. And yeah, you can just see the final wrap-up. Royal Peltas there going for 243 as it chews through a final Hillman there. One Hillman up on the wall, 26 kills, finally going to get tested by an Italian spearman. And yeah, Dacia now sending in its support to try and finish this one off. Back over here, once again, Seleucid pretty much done. I don't know what they're trying to do with these ballistas, or with these Ungers. 2 have died already from the tower fire. So they're taking hit point damage, just moving in circles. Maybe it's a glitch. Yeah, 3rd just went down now. So if they stay over here for long, they're not going to have much left to do in a few minutes. Maybe he doesn't know how to drop the equipment. Don't have that toggle button just yet. So yeah. And then these archers, 48 kills. They're firing, but the angle's not great. Over the backs. It's into the back, but it's over over the wall and stuff. It's not a great angle. Those Royal Peltas look like they're going to go down with 136, and that's going to be the final nail in the coffin for Seleucid, I think. As you can see, Armenia is already dead. I don't think they ever stood a chance from the beginning. And then Seleucid here. Just being the final ones here to wrap up against Epirus. I believe Araverni has been decided. I'm surprised how much they pushed at the gates. Seleucid did this same thing. Coming in through that gate, you got to go through the oil. It's a choke point. They can form a kill box on the other side. All around, gates are a bad spot to push unless you're bringing in cavalry and you've already neutralized the gate and secured an area around it. You don't have to have captured the gate, just neutralize it, secure an area around it. Or you're trying to do something late game, and the oil doesn't really matter. It's something like elephants. They don't really care about the oil. They're going to get through without any casualties. They're going to take hit points, but it's not going to really matter in the grand scheme of things. Break that gate. The elephants are hiding. Get into the end, come around through that gate on a flanking move or something like that. Then I can see it, but now you can see the elephants are coming in on this one. 70 kills so far. But yeah, the gates in all are a really bad idea, except I guess you could also use them as a distraction. Just put 1 or 2 units right outside the gate and just make them keep units there. That way they don't have all their force concentrated on your actual attacking area. But yeah, that's not the best spot. We got a Silver Shield in there as well, also for 115. That's going to do really well. The Pikemen, 37 kills. Never really got to use it at a good choke point, I don't think. But yeah, the Elephants didn't really get to do their full thing. But they did get 268 and 2 chevrons out of that whole thing. 271, actually, so it's still climbing there. And yeah, Araverni's routed. Seleucid, I imagine, is completely gone. Yeah, they're completely gone. Armenia is completely gone. It's just going to come down to this last bit with Epirus. And like I said, this battle was decided so long ago. I think it was decided when Seleucid joined the match. I mean, for crying out loud, bringing 2 Angers, 50 Hillmen, and like 17 archers, and then just spamming at the gate. That's like not gonna work ever. I don't think that's ever worked. Unless you were fighting someone just as like just as bad as yourself, and they brought all hillmen and no chevrons, no archers, and they didn't know how to defend a gate, and they clumped up back by the citadel and let you kill them with your Ungers. But yeah, I don't think that's ever worked, and here comes the Ajima cavalry wrapping that up, and the infantry just gonna sally and take out that final cavalry. So let's just go ahead and skip through this final bit here, and we'll go through the final kill counts. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we're gonna look at the statistics here in just a second. Alright, and the replay here. Thank you to Darkin once again for sending this one in. And we do have here Kevin, or Hawk Kev Rock, it appears. He's got 1493 on his kill count. Only 570 losses, which is actually pretty good. But he was fighting Seleucid, so we can't praise him too much. 0 on his general, 25 and 10, 97, 170. On that Thracian Peltas, 100 on his Celtic warrior there. Other than that, nothing on those Thracian warriors. Then we've got a few here. 197, 165, 241, 197, 153 on those tribals. So all around pretty decent there. We've got Mo. He was playing as Dacia. He has 2,088 kills. Pretty good here. 215, 170, 187, 351 on a noble sword. Come on, guys. That's awesome. I mean, I know it's an elite unit, but look, he didn't even lose half the unit, which is amazing. Unless it was wrapping up archers or something. That's not quite as amazing, but still. And a lot of these guys earned chevrons. We got 2, 3 chevrons on each of those. 145 on that Dacian heavy. And then we got 148 on that Falksman. That's really good. 127 on that one as well. So he did really good with those Falksmen, at least those two. 315! How did I miss that? Guys, 315 on a Falksman. Come on, that's skill right there. Okay, Tartaloros, he's got 1877, 326 on that armored elephant, 205 on the Syrians, 101 on the Syrian archer there as well. Then we've got 241, 159, 242, 140, and then 137 on that backtrain Hillman. That's pretty good. And then, once again, Darkin, thank you for sending in this replay at 1808 on his kill count, 47 on that Gen. And then we got 118, 146 the highlights on the archers there, 116 on that Silver Shield, 266 and 267. That's really good. You do have to cut them a little bit of slack, though, because they were fighting Levy Freemen and Celtic Warriors and Gallic Hunters. So that doesn't quite count quite as much, but still they're kills. And then we got 113, and then we've got 154 on that Persian Hoplite. Good job there. 104 on that Hillman there. So good job all around for Darkin. And then we've got Ducky. He was playing as Epirus. He got matched against a foe. Just too good for him here. He got 2,002 kills, slightly more than Darkin did. Yeah, but he got 52 on that Ballista, and then 12, 36, 48, 187 on that Cretan Archer, and then 229, 178, 166, 105. Really good all around here. 356 and 113. So his elites did well. 123 on that Illyrian Levy. Then we've got Lucal Manson. 1,032 kills here. He was playing as Arminia. He's got those two cavalry at 44 and 13. 19 on his Ballista. Good job with his archers here at 162. Other than that, nothing awesome with those. 103 on there. 134, 126 there. Then we've got Cloudy Hills. He was playing as Seleucid. Not the defending Seleucid, but the attacking Seleucid, obviously. He only got 535 kills. And I also want to mention, just go ahead and mention, that means Kevin here either got team kills somehow, or he got killed by the towers. I don't know how that works out, because they were fighting each other. So 535, what is that? I don't know, 45 kills? Somewhere unaccounted for, 35 kills? Yeah, 35. I guess he went against Epirus and stuff, but yeah. So yeah, then he's got all his archers. 51 actually appears to be the best kill. No, 136, the best kill count in his entire army. It was a Royal Peltas. Other than that, he breached 60 once. It's that Silver Shield. So nothing hot in this army, really. Oh, we got 63 on this archer, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. And then Isaac 0000034. Like 0000000. Just spam that zero button when you're making your name, friend. And then 1384, we've got for his skill count, we've got 49 on that general, 90 on those archers really, and then 320 on that O swarm. That's pretty good. 127, 104. So yeah, that's gonna end it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys the next one.